when we were doing the edit, right? Like there was a point where when I showed people like the rough cut, like no one got it at all. Like they're like, I don't understand what's going on. And it was really frustrating, and I wasn't sure what the problem was or how to fix it. And at that time, it was like, man, how am I even going to make a film with this stuff? I felt like, yeah, I mean, you sort of feel like stopping. I mean, you can't really stop, but you feel like, man, like, how am I going to move forward at all? Um, but you take baby steps and you kind of work through it. Like what I ended up doing was, because what I realized was what I was doing was sending out a link to people, and they watch the film, and then they kind of answer my questions through email. But I had no idea in terms of like the circumstances that they're watching it. Like, was it just like, on their phone? Was it too small? Like, were they watching it while they're doing something else, so they weren't paying attention? So there were a lot of these variables so that I didn't know, based on the way I was doing it. So what I did instead was I started to show it to people like with me being present. And so they would watch it once, and then I would ask them questions about it, and then I can kind of like, figure out more how they're perceiving it as they're watching it. And that helped a lot in terms of figuring out what was wrong, and then that led to me figuring out like how to fix it. Um, but you may run into several of those moments where it's just like, it's just not clear what's wrong or how to fix it or how to move forward. And you may want to stop and give up, but you can't. You have to keep moving forward. You have to, but what you can do is, pause. Like you can be like, okay, this moment I can't figure it out. I can, take a break, take a couple hours, or take a day or whatever, and then think about it and like review kind of what you've done, and then think about like ways you can change.